So, you want to be a real estate investor, but where do you start? How do you know what information and sources to trust? That's where I come in. I'm Jonny Cattani, and this is the Investor Relations Real Estate Podcast. Hey guys, real quick, before we start, go to investwithcattani.com and download my free ebook, Is Commercial Real Estate Recession Proof? Now to today's show. What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome to another episode of Friday Follow-Up here on the Investor Relations Real Estate Podcast. We did it. We got through another week. Huge news. I mean, huge. I'm talking huge news. I am officially starting my first capital raise. I think I've talked about other deals. Well, I guess that's not true. Technically, this would be my second. First one was a complete bust. It was that failed development deal in Tooele, which I'll never forget. Learned a lot from that, but I've talked about it already on the podcast. So moving on, I guess technically we are in our second. But the good news is that this is a stabilized deal. So I can't go into too much detail. It is a 506B. I don't want to get in trouble. But I'm very excited. Got some awesome partners from my mastermind group. We are teaming up together. And with that excitement comes a lot of nerves. Ton of work goes into these things. And I'm nervous, right? I'm super nervous. I'm obviously, hoping that the work I've put in with my network up to this point is enough to at least get my toes wet. Luckily, the requirement for capital is not huge, so there's not a ton of pressure. However, when it comes to raising capital, one thing I've heard from a lot of people and noticed just from, looking at different deals and talking to different people is that, a lot of people say they're interested until it comes time to write a check. And so I'm hoping that all the people that have told me, I'm aware that all the people who've told me they're interested in investing are not going to be ready. They're not going to write a check the first time, and that's okay. But I am banking on the few that I'm confident with, that we can get it done. So very, very excited for that. If you're interested in learning more, the best way to get in contact is go to my website and go to CattaniCapitalGroup.com. My email is on there. Shoot me an email. Go to my Instagram, Jonny Cattani, at Jonny Cattani on Instagram. DM me more info and I will get in contact with you. But one thing that also is going to change, I may have talked about this last week, but these Friday follow-ups are going to be a lot shorter now. I'm going to keep them 10 minutes or less. It's literally just going to be a follow-up on what's happening in the week. Had some incredible guests this week. Shout out to Pili Yarusi. Her and I talked almost a full hour episode. First, we talked for like 20 minutes before we started. Then we did almost a whole hour episode. So her and I talked for so long. We had some incredible conversation. I know a lot of you out there are crypto investors, and I'm all for it, right? I have a small portion of my portfolio in crypto. But the biggest thing we talked about is just portfolio allocation, right? Obviously, crypto is not doing well, so it's easy to sit here and nitpick it. So I don't want to sit here and nitpick it and say it's a bad asset, because I know a lot of people have been very successful with it, have made a lot of money. The thing you need to realize about the people who made a lot of money from it, they got in so early, super early adopters, right? And that's great. And there is probably another opportunity now while it's down to get in. But the ultimate thing with crypto is that it's not cash flowing. It doesn't give you cash flow. And we don't know when Bitcoin's going to go to 100K, if it even is going to go to 100K. And so one thing I just want everyone to be cautious of is be cautious of who you're listening to, especially when it comes to these NFT projects. Be very careful about who you're listening to. Understand why this is a good project. Why should I invest in this NFT project? Is it just because someone famous told me I should, or is it because I truly believe in the project? Just like in real estate, just like with what I do your due diligence, understand what you're putting your money into. I understand that there's this sort of, perception of control because it's liquid, right? And so you feel like you have control because it's liquid. And I realize with real estate, one thing that scares people is it's so liquid, but knowing who you're investing with is the ultimate control you can have. And when you know, like, and trust the person, you're going to be far more comfortable sleeping at night knowing your money is invested with someone that you know, like, and trust than with someone who, is just putting a bunch of hype around their project. So you guys know me, I'm biased towards real estate, but I just would put an air of caution out there. Crypto NFTs, they're not regulated. You don't have to be licensed. You can go on Instagram with no formal financial background and you can talk to death. You can, blast it all over social media about your project and hype it up. You can do it about the different coins that are out there in the crypto space. So I would just be careful, err on the side of caution. So that's it for today. I appreciate you guys listening. Again, at Jonny Cattani on Instagram. You can follow the podcast at the IRR podcast, also on YouTube at Jonny Cattani. Cheers, you guys. Have a great weekend. Talk to you next week. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching today's episode. I hope you really enjoyed it. Listen, I know it's cliche and you hear it all the time, but please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel so you know when the next video is coming out. Even though this is technically a daily podcast, it's coming out the next day. We have a ton of content coming your way. So please like and subscribe. It helps a ton. Leave comments. Would love to know what you guys think. And we will see you on the next one. Thanks so much.